Hello, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Please feel free to sit back, relax, and stop to smell the roses for a little while. I hope you're all doing well today. Congratulations to River for the first, and thank you again, Mayanne, for that resubscription for 5 whole months. I appreciate you. It means so much, especially after everything. We're gonna hop into the game. It's gonna be kind of a chat and build today. Oh, hey, welcome back in, Luffy. Thank you so much for that resubscription. 5 months for you as well. Congratulations. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Yes, let us switch over so that we can do the lore real fast and then do some yapping, because oh boy, do I have a multitude of stories to tell you all. Congratulations, Luffy, on that 20 stream streak, by the way. Thank you. It's just a short little lore piece today. Nothing huge, because it's, we're mostly just getting stuff done right now. Though we didn't find as much iron as I would have liked, I would still say that my little adventure was pretty successful. A stack of iron is nothing to sneeze at, and being able to find both a few extra diamonds and plenty of sand along the way made the trip more than worth it. We finally have enough resources to truly buckle down on building the Camel Sanctuary, on not only outlining the general area, but working on its landscape and enclosing it as well. And I couldn't be more excited about it. Even if we need more sand than I've gathered so far, I made note of an area not too far from this village that has more sand than I've ever seen outside of the desert we finally found our camels in. Construction would be underway again within a day's time. So let's get to work, shall we? Hello, Riven. I hope you're doing well today. I'm doing so much better. You have no idea. I'm going to get into the ordeal. Hello, Alexander. You're doing well today. Today's agenda is going to be working on this Camel Sanctuary. Thank you for that follow, Alexander. But yeah, we're working on a camel sanctuary today just to get everything set up for our camels. I want to do a whole zoo exhibit. I've got some ideas that have expanded from what I was initially planning to do too, so I'm excited for that. As for the side quests, Riven, that's a good question. And part of the thing is I need to bring this back one, just because it's going to have actual walls and not fences. I would probably say easy today, just because I am focusing primarily on building. I'm not going to be traveling with them. Hello, Alora. No problem at all. You're not late. I'm early. But yes, I get to tell you guys about why this took so long. It should have been sooner. Any blocks in a 3x3. All right. There we go. Just a little extra bit of dirt for now. I appreciate the side quest, Riven. But no, yeah, you're fine, Alora. I started early. At 3x3. You know what? Yeah. You're so right. I went and did that instead of... It's been a week. There we go. But yes, what I was going to tell you guys. We got the plumbing issue sorted, finally, thankfully. Thank you for that lurk, Alora. I appreciate it. Enjoy your pastry and dinner. It sounds really good. But yeah, so I know I told you guys already about how we had a plumber come out, and because our toilet was acting weird, it was bubbling, it was being strange. We just moved into the place. There was no reason it should be acting up. And how they pulled out a whole wad of sanitary projects. And, well, that wasn't the end of that problem. As many of you in the Discord know. Of course, have a good one, Riven. I appreciate you. But no, yeah, as many of you know, that was not anywhere near the end of the problem. We had people come out. They did the pipes all the way out to the street. And as one would expect, probably, especially with so many old trees where we are, we had a whole bunch of roots that were through the... Thankfully, the pipes themselves weren't damaged. But we had a whole bunch of tree roots that they had to clear out. We're going to need to start doing some copper sulfate probably to keep them from trying to grow back in. But beyond that, because that's only the... Because it should have worked then. But then they were like, huh, it's still acting weird. This shouldn't be happening. Let's figure out what's going on. It turns out that our basement has not one, but 2 clean out valves. And the second clean out valve was removed by a previous homeowner to install a nasty sink in the basement that we had to rip out when we moved here from the bathroom stack. So we had to get someone out here with parts to saw off the rusty whatever they put on there that was not supposed to be there, get a new clean out cap, put like whole, not just the cap, but the whole thing put on there, and then run a bit through there as well. It was clogged really, really bad between the two, in the pipe between our two different cleanouts, because they went from the clean out to the street and not the clean out to the stack, because we did not know there was a in the stack as well, or there was supposed to be. There wasn't until we put it back in there. So that's why we had sewage in our basement, because they got blocked up between the two, and it rose out of our laundry drain, which, you know, at least it's taken care of now. It's been sterilized, no more sewage in our basement, and everything's draining well. We can flush the toilet after taking a shower. It's wonderful, because that was not something you could do. But were that all that it was, I probably would have still been back sooner. It's just been like, oh, it's been one of those weeks, like series of days, where not only did all of that happen, but the day after we had sewage in my basement, sewage in our basement, my mother calls me to tell me that my sister was just in a horrific car accident. She's fine. Disclosure, she's fine. But she was in a really bad car accident with someone who fell asleep at the wheel and is going to require 24/7 care for 2 months before she can even begin physical therapy, because 3 of her limbs have broken bones, some of them so severe that they required plating and screws. And one of Mott's relatives also died, so it's just been a week. Like, we're fine now. It's just been like, I wanted to explain, hey, I didn't want to stop streaming at all. I wanted to be here. And I really wanted to work on the Camel Sanctuary, especially because it's like, wow, that's a good way to take my mind off of all of whatever this is. But we just did not have the time. We were so busy trying to do everything. It's been a crazy one. But the worst of it is all behind us. We are good. All is well again. For the most part, my sister's going to be fine. It's going to take time, but she's all right. That's the most important part. But yeah, that has been like my past 8-9 days. I hope you all have been doing very much better than that. But it's really not that bad. There's pluses and minuses. I'm okay. I will say we did get like an actual for real mattress, which I'm very excited about, because we've had our really crummy $200 Amazon mattress for a couple of years, just because we were moving around and in garage apartments and didn't really it wasn't worth springing on a good bed that might get damaged for whatever reason doing whatever. But with all the 4th of July sales, we were able to actually get a decent, like an actually really good one. And we have been sleeping a lot better. So that's up. So we're not also exhausted. But on top of that, no, yeah, that is so fair, Luffy. Yeah, that it's not good. And to make matters worse there, I don't want to give any, obviously, information that would possibly reveal who my sister is, but we'll just say that there was some very gross incompetence at the hospital that she was taken to after the accident, because at first they only knew of one break, the bad one that needed plates and screws, and then tried to make her do physical therapy on limbs that she could not use and could have worsened the breaks like substantially. So that was not good. She could have had to get surgery again because they didn't think to check like the rest of her after a collision that bad with a completely totaled car and everything. It's like, Why didn't you look? You should have looked. But no, yeah, I'm glad that you guys take precautions against that. It is never a good idea to drive tired. I promise you, wherever you're going, it's not worth it. No, yeah, it's been a week. It has. It was a little crazy. I don't know what in the world. But everything's okay. Everything's getting better now. We're all good. We keep pressing forward. And now I've just been I've been on a landscaping kick in real life too. Because we've been in this house for what? Not long. 3 weeks to a month-ish, right around. Probably. I don't know. And already I'm sick to death of cutting grass. I hate lawn culture. I hate grass. And it's impossible. It's already, that heat wave dried a lot of it out. It's dying. So it doesn't even look good. And so I've been getting the stuff to start a clover lawn. Bunch of gardening tools and stuff for clover lawn. So that's going to be a project for a little bit later in the summer for fall growth. And the good news is that our yard already has a pretty decent chunk of clover in it. So I know that it's going to grow well. Because that's the best, like, that is the stuff that's still alive. But we're going to do a full clover lawn, add some low growing flowers, and then some clover varieties that are taller in corners and such, just for variation. And I'm really excited to start that project off. Like, I could not be happier to be working on it soon. And also because I will have to not mow the lawn. Yeah, you know what? That's honestly fair, Luffy. I cannot blame your husband for that one bit. Like, yeah, of course that hurt. Why would you do that? There are other ways to test if it hurts without twisting a whole foot. Do the little tappy thing. Just be cautious about it. Don't. It's like, hello? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? Bring it down. I've got a vision for this and I'm excited to build it. I have a new idea for the outside, like the surrounding areas. That's gonna mean I have to get even more sand, but it is what it is. But I'm very excited about it. I have an idea to kind of make it look a lot more like an actual zoo enclosure. And that's partially my my excitement for Planet Zoo 2. I'm very excited. I've got the emails where I'm seeing all the new animals that they're adding as they add them before the game releases, just so as they reveal it, I know. It's been a lot of fun. That's probably going to end up being a Sunday variety game once it does come out, just for the simple fact of I will want to play it a lot. And Cult of the Lamb, we're having a lot of fun with, but we're kind of running out of Cult of the Lambing to do for too much longer. We're gonna be done. We've got the rest of Woolhaven, but I think probably within a couple of Sundays we'll end up being done with it. It depends on how hard the boss fights are. It might be a little bit, but within a few months for sure, before Planet Zoo 2 comes out. bring it down a little more. And then I will do the plateau. Just. And I'm going to be going through and adding like mountains of sand, mounds and stuff, trees, all of that. I'm just trying to get the general shape of it out. But no, yeah, I've been watching a lot of home renovation shows recently to get ideas for the house and stuff we want to do, like later on down the line. And this has also been giving me ideas for this. Ooh, I don't think so. That sounds really fun. Ooh, that's really cute. I love just generally anything to do with animal welfare, to be fair. Okay. I have to make another shovel. There we go. Let me go dump all this stuff in the chest. I think we're good there. But yeah, I'll make sure to carve out the land around it and get all that stuff done once I get this. Because I have a couple of ideas for like observation areas that I want to implement or figure out. I went all the way down there. Don't mind me. I put stuff away, but I was also meant to make a shovel. There we go. Don't have the kind of inventory space to be carrying multiple shovels on me. Not with this much landscaping. There we go. Let's see how wide the pipe. I will say, we haven't got the dog agility course set up quite yet, mostly because I want to try to get I would like to get the fence up. We're waiting on those guys. Mid-September, they'll be getting them installed finally. They have amazing rates. They were just booked out very far, so that was as soon as they could come in. I am more than willing to wait. But once we get that done and our clover lawn like mostly established, because I don't want to have to try to move that stuff around constantly to mow around it either. It's kind of a pain. I do enjoy surprisingly. I like mowing. I think like when it's not something I have to do every single week or every couple of weeks at best, it won't be nearly as bad, especially since it's summer right now. And I just am generally a well-known not a fan of summer person. Like once it gets colder, it's like, yay, yippee, yippee, yay. But until that point, it's like, ooh, it's hot. I feel gross and feel dehydrated as soon as I start doing all that out there. We've got surprising amount of yard for the area. It's all kind of funky. Like I wish in a way that the house was built a little closer to the street, because then we'd have a bigger backyard. We have a decent front yard, side yards. It's just kind of all scattered around. It's like, I think they built the house literally dead center of the lot. But I'm not complaining. It's just funny. It would have been easier to, especially since we have a driveway behind. That's where you park. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of home renovation stuff because I'm trying to figure out what stuff we want to do in what order, basically, renovations wise. Because we've gotten like the bulk of all the stuff that we need, but like long-term projects. I'd like to get the windows in the basement replaced. Those aren't too expensive. That's kind of a small project to do down the line. With glass block, just because they're kind of old, crummy, and some of them are falling out a bit. We need a new roof. That's the big one. It's not terrible, but it is got moss growing in it, and that's going to weaken the integrity of that sooner rather than probably within a couple of weeks. That needs to be replaced. It's pretty mossy up there. I also want to replace the siding, actually, which is another big one. But as cute as our house looks, like I really actually do like the color of the siding and everything, and the color of the house. I'm not normally a person to advocate for, let's make it gray instead or something, but it's just really, really old vinyl siding. And it's got some wear and tear that is kind of falling apart on us a little bit. Like, it's not bad, but there's holes in it here and there, and I'm like, ugh, it's probably better to plan for replacing that. This is gonna need to happen eventually. And oh yeah, I feel you. I get that, Luffy. Yeah, absolutely. Little tile lines are not fun. We did a very smooth like wrap around for our shower to make it easier for us to clean. Hello, Steam. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. But no, yeah, definitely no little tiles in our future. We have one little section of little tile project to do. Sure, you can ask a question. Go ahead. But that's just because we had an above oven microwave that we had to remove and replace for the countertop one because it was sounded like someone microwaved a fork in there. It was just bad. That had to go. It was literally a fire hazard. But that leaves an exposed. They didn't tile behind it because it covered a part of the wall. So now we have to do like a little art project with little tiles to make it up for the fact that we can't make it match with the rest of the kitchen. But that's a very small bit. I'm not too concerned about that one. Me and Moth are gonna get together probably with her mom at some point, and we'll get it. I would say that depends on the person. I think as much as we all love the idea of soulmates, and as fun as it can be, especially for like writing fan fiction and stuff, I think that relationships are a lot more what you make them, and some people don't desire them at all. So it depends really on if one is willing to put in the work for that person, if one is willing to, you know, there are going to be people out there who understand you, who get you in ways that a lot of people can't. Moth is like that for me. But I would not say that our relationship would be any lesser if we had simply remained friends, though I am glad that we ultimately did not. Because my wife and I were friends for like a good year or so, a little bit over, before we even thought, you know, hey, wait a minute. That's so fair, Steen. But no, yeah. For some people, the idea of that would probably be like a nightmare. It's like, oh no, no thank you, I'm good. But I think anyone who is willing to put in that kind of work, who, you know, values their partner as a person above a partner and wants one, can absolutely have partners. Yes. It's something that they can do. I mean, hey, if I can do it, anybody can. Hello, Gav. Hi. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, that's really sweet, Luffy. Yeah, I get that. Moth and I were fairly, not quite as long, but fairly similar in that regard. For lesbians, a year is like an eternity. So I say that technically I'm bisexual, just, you know. That's a very thin technicality. The preference skews very heavy. But yes, I'm doing well, Gav, doing well. It was quite the week, which is why I wasn't streaming before. There was a lot of things that happened that were not great, but all is well now. We're back on track. Yeah, I get that, Steam. It can be really hard, especially in a society that values like relationships above all else, because it does, and people try to tell you otherwise, but it does. Let me make another. It can be really hard because you feel like you're missing out because people are, you know, more inclined to, well, I'm in a relationship and I don't have time for my friends no more, and it's sad. You're good, Steam, don't worry. Yeah, it's like on the thinnest technicality. I would consider myself more bi, but that's a very, very thin technicality. The odds of me, considering the way our society is, it's like fictionally, sure, yeah, whatever. I can find male characters attractive, but with the state of a lot of things, realistically, it's like in real life, would I ever express interest in him? No. Even if I hadn't met Mott, no. It's like, no, thank you. I like being treated like an equal heart. And in the area I grew up in, and even in the area I live in now, to a certain extent, it's not nearly as bad. But it's like, that's less, you know. That's one of those, all right, the plumbers are being rude. It's time to call our brother-in-law to see if they'll, you know, they'll be like, you're just a dumb girl. It's like, no, this is my house. Yeah, electric bikes are pretty cool. Honestly, it's like, I have bike related. I'm not a big fan of bikes, I will admit, because I once was pushed to ride one to the point of having an asthma attack, even though I wasn't asthmatic. I just had like athlete's asthma, I think, when I was younger. And yeah, there is definitely a certain degree of that too, Steve. You do not have to be afraid of getting political here. We're very vocally loud about like, no. And yeah, exactly, Luffy. Sometimes it's like, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes the partner is friends with everybody and it's fine. But it's weird if you're not willing to hang out without your partner. If, you know, it's like, well, sometimes we want to just spend time with you. My wife has said on multiple occasions, like even with like in regards to streaming stuff, she literally looked me dead in the eye and said, if I ever am weird about you role-playing Minecraft characters, you know, and whatever happens there, you know, I don't care if you roleplay romance. Obviously, I don't care. It's a story you're telling. If I ever start acting weird about that, I'm having a BPD spiral, and you need to drape a white blanket over me. Tell me to go to bed. I feel better when I wake up. She's like, if I ever say that, it ain't me. It's the demons. Don't listen. And yeah, I feel you, Steen. I am also, it's like one of those, Moth and I are in a position where it's like, would we love to get married one day? Yeah. Do we know if that's going to be feasible? No. We're waiting for at least a little bit. It's like technically it's like we say my wife anyway because we might as well be. We literally bought a house together. We have a survivorship. But it's like you can't get more married except for just like medical purposes and all that mess. But we would like to actually be sometime. And oh, Luffy, that's awful. It's like you could have done that at home. That's not why we're hanging out. Can we not? Can some respect for the other people who are here, both the friend group and the people around you, especially in a quiet setting like a movie. I used to, you know, Charlotte lore. My very first job was at a movie theater, so oh boy, can I tell you about this stuff? It's like I was a little kid, and oh, it was bad. The stuff people would sneak in, the stuff people would do, the dirty diapers people would leave. Hey, you're all good, Ellie. No worries. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Appreciate you. Yeah, I went live earlier than usual. And it was after a break as well, so I get you. It's no big deal. Okay. I think we're getting to a point where... Okay. Sorry about that message getting caught by Automod there, Steam. But yeah. I hope you are able to go to that wedding. That'd be fun. But yeah, Luffy, as you know, I was already on Twitch watching an Ather for a little bit before I had to start setting up for stream anyway. I was like, I must continue to hold my throne first where I can. Just because it's funny. Okay, it's time to go to bed before mobs start spawning. Oh my... No, I feel you there, Steam. Honestly, that's part of why I was like, it's like I would like the paperwork at least, but I don't know. I think that because I do enjoy dancing at a wedding. I enjoy music quite a bit. Me and Moth have actually put together a playlist and have been continuously working on a playlist pretty much ever since we got together of wedding songs. But it feels like every time I go to a wedding, it's like you get it catered and you're like, okay, this is so much money. Surely this has to be good food. And it's just the most, they don't even put salt on it. They don't give you salt to put on it. And it's like, brother, what are we doing here? I'm not that white. Like, I'm white, but I'm not that white, okay? I appreciate seasoning. Give me my seasoning. Oh, that sounds like so much fun, Ellie. I cannot even blame you. Like, when I found... Oh! Thank you so much for the raid, Artemis! I hope you guys are all doing well today. I hope you had a good stream. Feel free to tell me what you guys got up to. If you have to raid and run, totally understand. Everyone take care of yourselves first and foremost. And yeah, just let me know how you're doing today. We're getting stuff set up for our camel sanctuary here because we did finally find them after a 12-hour stream plus some. Deserts are rare in this world for some reason. So we're building a sanctuary to recover them. Hello, truly bedrock. Ooh, this sounds fun. That's so fair, Artemis. I get you. Last stream, I went caving for iron just to take a break from building this because I know it's going to be such a big project. It's like, I'm excited, but I'm also freehanding it because I'm trying to learn how to freehand builds better. So I'm a little scared, especially with this size. Yeah, okay. Got to break it up a bit. I was like, all right, let's go get more iron for the tools that we're constantly breaking on this project. Hello, Rex. I'm having a good day. I hope you are as well. Okay, let's see. Think to conserve sand a bit because that is going to be our number one resource struggle to keep up with. And yes, I am listening to Musical. I have all of her songs on Bandcamp. I know that she's cool with you playing it on stream, so I always make sure to do that when I can. Congratulations on that 20 stream streak, Ellie. But yes, I love Music's music. I want to kind of get the corners. My top 4 favorite artists. That's a good question. Well, Musical's obviously right up there. I would say Musical. It's hard because I listen to songs more than I do artists. And hey, not a problem at all, Artemis. Get some rest. I imagine it is real rough in the UK. We just got done with a heat wave here in Ohio too. So you take care of yourself. Make sure you stay hydrated. Get some water, something cold. Get some rest. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I don't listen to specific artists so much as I do specific songs over and over again. But I would say my top 4 favorites, if I had to pick, if I was pressed to pick, Musical, Crane Wives, Sparkbird, probably Rabbitology. Oof, yeah, that's really bad, Ellie. I am sorry that you guys are going through that heat. Ugh. What do I want to do here? It's a little too... It goes up too sharply, I think. Going to do some bigger stuff like in mounds around, but I want to kind of do some funky stuff around corners, leading up to like where it goes up. So I have ideas. But no, yeah, that was part of that sort of heat, Ellie, like what you have now. That was part of why I couldn't stream for a bit, because it was bad. It got to the point where I couldn't shut my office door for more than 10 minutes before feeling like I was going to be sick. So I was like, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. I would want it to stream, but... Oh no, Ellie. 07s to your PC, and I hope it is okay. kind of like the movement of that. If I'm trying to like highlight the steps up a bit before I go in and make mounds of everything. Ooh, yeah, Luffy, that's rough. Oh no, Ellie. I hope your new fan gets there soon. That is bad weather to not have a fan in. But yeah, it probably is just that really high demand, low supply problem. Everyone needs a fan right now. It's really miserable. But yeah, here's hoping your fan arrives soon, Ellie. That you have everything cool down for you soon. Because that is not fun weather to be in. Okay. Do one at the edge. I'm trying to mirror it on just this. You're gonna see a lot of back and forth in here. Three. I'm doing this. Then goes up two. Go back. That. Put another. Go back. And four. One. Oh, I think double. Bed. Now mirror that side. Okay. So we got to this point. Right here. Go back and up one. Back up one. Then a cube. Back. Then two. Two more back that way. Okay, so three out from that point. Go up and do a little ledge here. One little corner here. That is true. However, unfortunately, I have a single monitor set up, and so I use the phone to keep up with the chat a lot of times. That's fair. The good thing is this bit is almost done. Okay, so it's this way. Corner. I just went to the wrong direction. But no, yeah, I keep track of because I have a thing on my screen that'll show me. Whoop. Sorry about that, Luffy. Let me tweak mess with my microphone settings just a little bit. Is that better for you guys? Not peaking as much? Yeah, I hit a little too high there. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. But yeah, basically, I was just saying that okay. I use my phone especially to keep track of chat redemptions because it does not show me those on my overlay that I added. Like I can see you guys chatting on my game just because I have an invincible window, but I have to keep up with other stuff on my phone. I keep my stream open. I just also disconnect it from the Wi-Fi so it doesn't affect my stream rate. But alas, I'm only a one monitor setup, at least as of now. That might change eventually. However, house expensive and a lot of work still needs to be done on the house. Nothing pressing, but okay. I think that's almost. You're very sweet, Luffy. Y'all are not in any way. Let's actually not add on to this quite yet. Make that more complicated than it needs to be. And yeah, exactly. Especially, it's like we were planning to do other stuff, and then all the plumbing bills. It's like. As far as I'm pretty sure that's mirrored. It's just that this feels weird. I think maybe there's another thing there. It feels too in. Maybe I went too far back. 3, 4. No, okay. It's just a little funky. So now I can start adding on. And yeah, that is so fair, Luffy. I'm really glad that we did paint most of the rooms beforehand. Just paint is always more expensive than you expect it to be. Also, it's like, why is this cost paint? But it ain't cheap, especially not in quantities of paint rooms like that. But the good thing is we do still have paint left over. So if, like right now we do need to, one of the things that are on our list of things to do now that we're not like, oh, see, no, that is there's something off here. Maybe it's just I was just at an angle. I think that looks really good actually. It looks like the type of Grandois, like it's the kind of regality that the camels deserve after all that they've been through. But yes, the good thing is that we have extra paint because we are going to need to use it sooner rather than later. We've got just a little bit of touch up to do mostly. Because we well, moving things into the house, like big old appliances, tends to scuff up the brand new paint if someone, goes a little too far one way or another. And it's only a couple little minor dings here and there, but we got some paintbrushes so we can slap some paint right over that. And honestly, Luffy, I completely 100% agree with you. I do think that is why accent walls have become such a big thing. It's because like, oh, that's too expensive for me to do a whole wall. What if we just did a little bit? Just one wall. And he said it was fancier that way. Yes. That's the ticket. It's like secretly, actually, no, it's fancier that way. You don't understand. Okay. Yeah. That looks like a pretty good, like as far as the stairs, quote unquote, upwards to that other section are. I think that looks nice. And this is going to be such a big enclosure. It's going to be really cool. Okay, let me figure out what I want to do here. And that is so fair, honestly, Luffy. That's a lot of, I've been watching a lot of that recently because we have TV included with our internet now. And so I've been watching a whole lot of HGTV. So I feel you there. And welcome in. Welcome in, sir. I am so glad that you got the fan. It was way too hot to not have one. And the best fans always are the noisiest, I feel like. It's like, doesn't matter if it screams, it does its job, and it does its job well. That's really good, actually. I'm glad that it's not too loud for you. And yeah, honestly, that's exactly it, Luffy. It's like a lot of times, especially with white, it's like there's some people who really, really like the white walls for some reason. I'm not sure why, but there are people who just want to keep it that way. And it's honestly better for them to be able to either choose to paint it or choose not to paint it themselves. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds fun, sir. Hope you enjoyed the Dead Space 1 remake and that you're able to get done with it soon. Done with Halo 4 specifically, I mean. That's kind of what I've been pondering a lot too, because I know we've probably only got a couple, 2, maybe 3 Cult of the Lamb streams left, so I've been trying to figure out my Sunday variety game. I think for a bit it's probably going to be Digimon Time Stranger, just because I think it's a lot of fun. Digimon doesn't get enough love, but I haven't actually beat the game yet, so that'd be fun to actually pick it up and play it on stream with you guys. It's also like almost fully voice acted. Like, it's really cool. But I'm looking forward to that, at least in the interim until we get Planet Zoo 2, and I will probably go a little crazy on Planet Zoo 2. I'm going to fess up to that right now. And, ooh, yeah. Those games that you play when you're younger, they stick with you. I'll probably always be a big fan of Fire Emblem and stuff, Pokemon, unfortunately. I do like Pokemon, but this is a really short staircase, I don't know that there's a whole lot I can do with it beyond just kind of cornering it to make it look less like just a straight drop down. It doesn't look bad. I think maybe doing some sand like on the actual this bit around the border would be good. So that it's more bridge-like looking. And hey, no problem at all, sir. Rest well, and I hope work goes well tomorrow. Thank you for popping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Kind of make it almost look like a sand bridge, I think, is the idea here that I want to do. Apologies to everyone who has to sit through the ads. I appreciate you all very dearly. You're helping me pay all the plumbing bills I just had to take on. And for those of you who don't have them, enjoy the ad-free. We're not going to be doing too much, just continuing to work on the bridge here a little bit. Oh, don't you worry, Luffy. I've got plans for the outside. That's going to involve a lot of sand. This is just for the inside of the enclosure. I'm just trying to give some solid structure to the actual sand inside before I start doing the exterior. Because this is going to be like a full zoo exhibit with probably a walkover, some like peek in areas that I'll carve out the sand there so you could look inside. I've been watching a lot of a lot of home improvement stuff. Like, I am full of ideas. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a good bit of sandstone in this also. Okay. Let's see. Kind of want to do a That's honestly so fair, Luffy. I feel that. We hadn't had cable in so long before we got the house. The only reason that we did decide to get it ultimately is because our internet provider was offering a deal where we could upgrade our internet and get the TV for barely any more than what we were already paying. So we were like, well, we might as well. At that point. Because we, for the most part, mostly watch, if not YouTube, then Crunchyroll. Just because we do like watching anime, we just haven't had the chance to. But we were like, okay, well, it's so cheap, we might as well, and then we need to use it. So we've been watching a lot of either it's mostly when it's on a lot of Property Brothers and Love It or List It, similar shows, zombie houses where they renovate stuff that has been vacant for a long time, that sort of thing. But on occasion, it depends on what's on. We also have been watching some like Storage Wars and stuff too, which is kind of fun. I don't want it to be a peak there, I don't think. It's too. Honestly, that's so fair, Luffy. I don't want it to be in the corner. Apologies, you guys might see me do this a little bit just while I try to get the landscape figured out. Because I have ideas for some mounds that I want to do, but I don't want it here. I don't. Damn, there's so many streaming services and they all cost so much money, and you have to have like a million of them. So it's like, it's honestly better to just not have them, and then if something comes out on one that you want to watch, pay for it that month, and then you can cancel it immediately afterwards. You know, or you wait until it's all out and you can binge watch it, and then you cancel it. So you're not paying. I don't even want to know how much some people pay a month on streaming services. And yeah, it's one of those. It's like I get that people have to push for it. We actually had someone knock on our door today trying to like sell us fiber optic internet. And it was really funny because Moth, they were like, well, what's your current rate? And Moth told them that you know, it's like, oh, we get all of this plus our internet for, it was like literally, I think it's right around a little bit less than $100. And the guy's face, he went through like the 5 stages of grief all at once. He was like, oh, that's a really good deal. It's like, yeah, it's cheaper than what you're trying to shill us, isn't it? Which was really, really funny. Going, hey, go too far. I need to make a mound. He was like, well, have a good day then. It was really, it's like one would almost feel bad. I know it's just his job, but it's like, no, yeah, we're not doing that. And also, why are you knocking on our door and ringing our doorbell, please? That's just a little much. Okay. We were just sitting there eating lunch after doing a bunch of yard work because the landscaping extends to real life. I was mowing the lawn today. We were cutting up a bunch of tree branches that fell because of the storm that came like after the heat wave. And we were all hot and gross. It's like, ew. So we didn't even like eat warm. Technically, we didn't eat real food. But I promise I ate plenty. I'm fine. I was just like, the thought of warming up anything that we have makes me feel sick. I do not want anything hot right now. So I had a whole bunch of chips and salsa and an Italian ice so I could cool down. But no, yeah, that's exactly. Like, there's no point in paying all that money for streaming services you can barely even use. Those streaming services have just become the new cable. And at that point, just get cable and do free trials or just, you know, whatever for streaming services. Buy it for a month or whatever if something that you actually want to watch comes out on it. And yeah, that honestly, hats off to him. It's one of those, like, she was out there for entirely too long. I was inside making sure Cosmo didn't flip out. He's like, who is at our door? Why are they ringing the bell? That's a fun fact about Cosmo's breed, is that Keishondan are actually, they're watchdogs, not guard dogs, very different things, but they're watchdogs. So they're very hyper vigilant dogs, to the point where it's like one of those, part of the training thing. He is young, so he's not perfect at it yet, but part of his training is I taught him on me, like a focus commands, so that he gets a treat every time he looks at me, because otherwise he might fixate on whatever's in front of him, and I don't want him to freak himself out. It's like, okay, no, this is a fine thing. You get a treat. Good job for telling me, bud, but we're okay. I promise. No need. But no, yeah. It was really funny too, because I was like, man, who is that? And why are they at our door? Because we had no one that was supposed to be around. And before, like, a really funny thing, this is not a thing I was upset about, but I recently had to add to our Amazon deliveries. Part of our busy day today was getting rid of all the boxes of stuff we had from, like, house deliveries, stuff we got. But it's that I added, because there was an afternoon guy who would knock on our door when he left packages. I was like, don't do that, please. It's okay, we get an email. I appreciate the effort, but you don't need to do all that. And I was like, ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door. Why? Why would you do that? Okay. I think as far as mounds go, that's a pretty good little. I don't want it to be perfect. It's a little misshapen, but misshapen in a way that is deliberate. And I like that. A little funky. You know, yeah, I appreciate it's like definitely in a different area. I'd be like, oh yeah, I get it. But we live out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, I don't do it, but there's people who leave packages out for hours, and that stuff's fine. And I also get the delivery notification within like 2 minute stops. I want to do it. I might not. It's gonna be too cluttered up here if I do another mound. Like, I have trees and stuff to plant. So I'm gonna be planting acacia trees as well. Yeah, I don't think I want to do another mound. Doing a mound over here. Clear out this bit. I have to do a bit of terraforming over that mountain, too, the little hill. But let's see. Oh, that sounds really cool, Luffy, honestly. Sorry, I took a sip of water there real quick. That's a reminder to everyone. Stay hydrated. Make sure you drink some water, whatever you have with you. It's hot. It's real, real hot out. Make sure you take care of yourselves. But yeah, Luffy, that sounds honestly, especially for like an apartment complex, that's really cool. The kind of security to make sure that people don't take, it honestly baffles me that there's such a thing about taking packages off porches. Like genuinely. That didn't used to be nearly so much a thing. It was genuinely baffling when you heard about it before, and now it's like, oh yeah, that's Tuesday. Oh, and that's good. That's good. I'm glad they didn't hold that little error there against you. That would have sucked. I think another just a little flat. I want to do small rounds. Oh no, Luffy. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry. It's never fun when it's like, I've had a couple of like, I will say, oh no, yeah, that's especially awful. People taking, I do think that happened to a couple of my Etsy packages at some point. I'm not sure why. I guess because they were little, but it would say they were delivered. I've had a couple of them, like keychains and stuff that I bought on Etsy, that it said they were delivered, and they most certainly were not. And it was just disappointing because I'm not gonna hit the seller with that because it's not their fault. I'm not gonna try to get a refund or anything. So, again, I know they don't get anything for that. It's not fair. But yeah, little mound there. Little mound over here, maybe. Another little circle-ish thing. And I'm glad that was caught on camera then, because that's some audacity. That's for sure. Speaking of packages, I will say a recent because I know I kept you guys up to date a little bit on it. My wife and I finally have our rice cooker back. It's functional again because we had a broken piece that they didn't sell on their online store, and we had to contact customer services to get them to actually send us one. And I'm just so glad that we can make rice again. We made the most massive batch of oyakudon, and I had oyakudon for like 3 days straight, and it was delightful. It's like, oh, rice meals, how I've missed you so. Love rice. Yeah, I don't want anything that's gonna be I want there to be space. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Funky. There we go. Just some little mounds to plant trees and such from. I mean, there's gonna be some on the lower levels too, but I want some higher elevation spots. Go to bed. We're almost through the actual sand portion, guys. We're almost there. We're very nearly there, and we do have some more sand. We're probably gonna have to end up going on a sand trip, just for all the sandstone and stuff. But it's like we've got sandstone, we've got glass. There's gonna be a lot of sand used in this build. But I at least marked down the location, and I can pull that back up on my phone before I head out that way. It's not very far. No short point. Okay, I think that's the move. I think that's. I like that looks. I think. Let me go over here and see. Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's time to get the acacia saplings. I'll get some bone meal. I'll go make some bone meal, I think. I got lots of leaf litter, that's for sure. And nothing else to use it for. So we're just gonna sit in front of a composter for a bit and make a bunch of bone meal. Let's go back and get that done. I also may have to step away just to feed the dogs for a little bit. But I'm going to wait and see if he will settle back down. Because he's been getting very demanding about dinner lately. And I'm trying to teach him to eat a little later. Because he's been, like, dinner time is supposed to be typically right around now. But he's been demanding food as early as, like, 3 o'clock. And it's like, okay, you need to relax. Because Cosmo's a bit of a brat. I love him very dearly. He's adorable and very sweet. But he does get a little sassy. He's got the spit sass. So I'm gonna let him settle for a minute. But unless he is extremely persistent, he can. He eats his biggest meal in the morning anyway. Such a fussy baby. But yeah, get all this bone meal, get some acacia trees grown, mounds. Oh, I know, River. I'll get hoppers eventually, but I'm just using some of the leaves we gathered to get bone meal immediately to make trees. Like, I need it for the build. And I'm also iron poor right now. I don't have the kind of iron to invest in hoppers. But yeah, I'm just getting some bone meal for now. For the build. Got to get some trees going on. I don't need a ton. I probably won't sit here too long doing it. But I figured, I'm like, well, I may as well make use of all this leaf litter that I kept picking up while terraforming this. Okay. One more stack, and then I'll head. No, yeah, it's all good. Don't worry, River. I appreciate it. Just trying to get a bit of bone meal. And oh yeah, I absolutely do know the value of that consistency and sound and training. It's like I'm gonna start getting to the point where there's got to be some sort of something I do, like before meals, so that he knows he gets meals then and not any other time. Because like in the mornings, it's like whatever, I don't mind. But he does get fussy evenings. And he's being a bit of a butt about it. this number so that I can hide the dirt here. Oh, nice. That's a good one. That's a really good one to have there. But yeah, we use like, as far as like sounds and stuff, we use a clicker for training, like tricks and proper leash manners and all of that. So extending that to meal times is probably a good idea, especially since he's gotten a little demanding about it. Yeah, I like that tree. It's nice. There's some funky shapes in the acacia trees. I'm actually quite fond of. I'm gonna plant some other ones out that aren't on the mounds as well, but I want to get those guys set up first. Ooh, that's a really tall one. I don't think that's one for us, dog. We're gonna need to cut this one down. This one is not it. That's definitely one that I feel works really well for cats, especially auto feeders. Cosmo would just knock an auto feeder clean over to get it open. I give him like puzzle toys and stuff unless I'm actively streaming most of the time. Like with streams, obviously he needs to be able to eat it relatively quickly so I can get back to business if he does have to eat midstream. But generally he gets full complex puzzle toys for mental enrichment and to keep him occupied, slow him down a little bit. So that's one of those things. It's like when I get the puzzle toys, he gets really excited, but he also still tries to demand dinner at a certain time. We're building that association. That's so funny. Yeah. It's like he would for sure knock that clean off. He'd just be like, all right. His solution to a lot of puzzle toys is rage. Okay, that one's not too tall. That's a decent sized tree. Like he'll just start digging at it really, really hard to move the pieces around and everything. He's like, this will move eventually if I just force it. It's honestly really funny. Oh no. No, yeah, knocking the low one over. Couldn't knock that one over, but the spout covered the bowl. Yeah, that makes it really hard for them to even. Especially since they don't have little snoots to get into stuff like that. Ooh, congratulations, Allure. This sounds really good. Hope the compote goes well. That's exciting. I have a crumble apple pie calling my name after stream. I do have a snack with me on my desk as well. Got some M&Ms because I had to get something overnighted, and that's always my go-to Amazon. Like, if I have to get something overnighted right away, like, all right, time to get some M&Ms. Okay. I think I might need to move this one down some. So I don't think that's gonna work. So it's not so high up. Ooh, yes, please do. I think that'd look really cool. Always happy to see pictures of what you guys are cooking and getting up to. I know that I only ever post pictures of like Cosmo and Luna, but to be fair, that's almost the only pictures that I take. like pretty much everything else. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't really need to take any pictures. But something about pets just activates that neuron in my brain. It's like, no, I have to take a million pictures of them doing everything all the time. Actually, hold on. Yeah, let me build up a little bit here. Break all this just so it's out of my way. So I don't want it to have funky leaves up top if I grow another one underneath it. But no, yeah, for all that Cosmo's fussing because it's dinner time, he can settle and relax, and he needs to learn to. Because he went potty right before stream, he's been taken care of, and he does that sort of thing sometimes. He's too smart for his own good, just a little bit. I really like this. I really, really like this. It's too close to the edge still, though, which is really sad. I think I'm gonna have to just do it on the at the base of the mound. As much as I would like to have another tree up top, I'll probably build a custom one up here. I think at some point. Those are for later. Because I've not done custom trees before, and I would like to learn to. This is part of the point of the forever world, is learning to do new things. Just kind of experimenting a bit, going with the flow. But heck. Just hanging over the ledge. And I can't have it hanging over the ledge like that. There we go. Much better. As long as it's hidden, like right this little crevice here, I can still do the dirt. It's fine. I just can't have it on a ledge because then it's visible and it kind of ruins the whole thing we've got going on here. A bit. Why does it not want to grow? Maybe it's too close and it doesn't want to grow. Hold on. Ah, yeah, there we go. That's a good one. That's a good tree. And it's got a good angle. I like that. I think that's good for there. I have an idea for like this bit, especially to do like an over. I'm gonna do a walkway, like a bridge over it with glass floor, so that you can look down at the camels from up top. And then there's gonna be like observation bits, like built into the actual surrounding areas. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna look really pretty. Once I get it done, it's just gonna require a little bit of experimentation to get it done. So I can get more of those really pretty trees. Okay, perfect. It fits perfectly, just barely in there. Okay, we're good. I think some little trees along this archway would be fun too. Might have to go back to the composter because I don't want to eat through all of my bones for my wolves. Because I still have some puppies that I need to be able to find. Let's see. What does that look like? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. Another one over here, I think. Not quite as tall as that one. Like right here. Up one, but not quite. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of the leaves again. Just because I do not want to keep chewing through all of my bones. So we're gonna do a bit of a composting break. Apologies, guys. The saplings should at least, I think, find faster. A little bit. But at least this gives me something to do with all this leaf litter. So otherwise, I do not know what I would do with it. You two are going to have the coolest enclosure ever. And then I can have more camels. I don't think it fills up any faster. Ooh, sap. Oh, I always thought bigger things would. That's kind of funky. Let's just get a bit more bone meal, some more trees, so we can get the actual, like, greenery of the sink. So I think this is going to end up. And then I can start working on the sand stuff. We're gonna have to get some. Probably grab some coal so I can get sand melting. Soon, because I'm gonna plan it. I plan on using smooth sandstone. I'm gonna need to mix some sandstone, get it smelting. The good thing is, I think there's still a bunch of sandstone left at that sand spot that I want. So I can just mine straight up. Run through these stacks. Run through what I've got left in my inventory. Then we should be good, I think. The good thing is that there's not going to be like any other greenery in this really, because obviously, but we can't do cacti since camels can still hurt themselves on it. And if our camels died because they poked themselves on cactus after we managed to transport them over 25,000 blocks and searched over 60,000 blocks for them, I think I would cry. So it's one of those, it's like, well, we've got to give them something so it doesn't look barren. But it has to be, and one of those things that it makes sense for it to be there. So acacia trees, it is. Still looks very desert. Provides shaded areas. I think it's. And hey, miracle of all miracles, Cosmo has, in fact, settled down everyone. He realized that he's not getting dinner from screaming. So, he can eat a little bit later. He had a big breakfast anyway. And I really do want to break him of that habit of expecting food at a very, very specific time, because it is not good. Welcome in, Mama Loki. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate you. Over here, we've been making some progress on our camel sanctuary. As you can see, I've been building some sand mounds, getting trees up. Just got some things that I'm trying to... Oh, hey, look at that. It grew by itself. I actually think that might be a good one for that. I'm gonna have to go get a closer look at it. And I just need to do some more trees on the other side before we start working on getting sandstone and stuff to surround the build. Because I have ideas. Yeah, no, I think this is actually a good tree for this. It's not super tall. I don't want the trees on this bridge area to be super tall because I don't want to build super tall above it. Preferably. But I think a couple more trees here and there. Some more acacia saplings. No. That one's too close. That looks silly. Now am I gonna have to go break all this by hand also? Oh no, Ellie. I hope your PC is okay. Welcome back. If you have to go, do not feel bad. I don't want your PC to die on you. And hey, you're totally fine, Mama Loki, don't you worry. I imagine Nukathon is, yeah, a lot to do with. That's a lot. I appreciate you thinking of little me. Seriously, thank you. Gotta keep that streak alive. But no, I get that. I feel that. Like, I've been so busy with all the plumbing stuff lately that it's like I have not been watching very many streams because I simply haven't had the time to. But I was still making sure I kept my streaks anyway. And yes, check in. I'm honestly, I will say, when I set up my thing initially, I worry that perhaps I may not have set enough. I don't know if it's going to stop working once it hits a certain number. If it does, then we'll probably have to figure out a new command. I don't know. The treats aren't going anywhere. I love the treats. I think they're a lot of fun. I just may have to redo it a little bit at some point. Which is unfortunate. It just depends on how it goes. I need to fill that back in. I think I took some leaves that were not meant to be taken, but the good thing is I have some leaves over here that I harvested for custom trees in the future, potentially. So I can just fix that in. But fill it in. There we go. Now it doesn't look so funky. Tree fixed. That's too close to that tree. I do not want it to do that, so I'm just going to scooch it over here a little bit. Do a more central tree. Just the one, I think. At least as far as the ones that I kind of just let grow. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. And that kind of does go over into the other one, but it doesn't quite touch. I mean, technically it does, but not in a way that makes it look weird or like they're kind of morphing into one tree. I like that. I like that. Okay. I think I want to do, as much as I hate water physics in Minecraft, I do think I want to do a little water feature on the bridge. Just so that they have a watering hole. Because desert creature, I know they do need water. And I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible. I think it's fun. So let's get this tidied up a little bit. And I'll put a temporary infinite water source here. Just another sink or two. Okay. Put the leaves and the logs back up, saplings, all that stuff is good. I'm actually really proud of how this is turning out so far. It looks really cute. I like it. And I haven't actually got to the building yet. It's just been like I have a really cute plan. Just haven't gotten to it. Go get some more water out of the well in town. And then I'll have an infinite water source so I can fiddle with the thing. I guess I could just go down to my axolotls and such. Check on them. How you doing down there, guys? Okay, there's the other one. I was about to say I was a little concerned because I'm pretty sure I had two. But there's. Okay. Now we can get this set up and get a water thing. Okay. Right size. One too far over. Okay. Right idea. Just too far over one. Okay, there we go. That's what we like to see. This is cute. I love that my desire for like it's like yes, all the landscaping that I've been doing in real life too. It's like, all right, it's time to do it at Minecraft. Not enough. Can't get enough of landscaping right now. I'm just trying to. It's mostly gardening, to be fair. I'm very excited to have a proper garden. Have the space to do plants. Be able to plant native plants in our lawn because we're doing the whole clover lawn thing going on. It's like it's better for the pollinators and environment in general. I don't have to mow it nearly as much. Once the clovers get to a certain height, I won't really have to mow it at all. Which is delightful. And granted, it's not like I have a gasoline motor, so it's not like that in and of itself is causing environmental problems. I have an electric one, but it's still annoying. Especially because I can't do the whole yard in one go. The battery lasts just long enough to do basically all of the yard, but not quite. It's basically, it's like I can't do the full thing quite, so I have to just do like, oh, I can do the front yard and the little side yards, and then I'm gonna have to charge it again before I can do the backyard. So otherwise it's just not gonna go. I'm also going to make some lanterns, I think, like little copper lanterns. I think would be cute. And also less resource intensive because I have a lot of copper and not a lot of iron. Hang them from the trees to light it up. I think it'd be cute. But I'm going to get this water feature done first. They're all flowing that way. We're getting playing around with water physics is always so much fun. I say very sarcastically, but alas, sometimes it is worth it. All this. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's the little watering hole. Now, I kind of want to do a little trickle over here. And have it end. Okay. I'm just trying to get a where it goes naturally, so that I can have a spot to. See, that's fine. Now I just need to replace it with the stone. There we go. Oop. Sorry about that, Luffy. Thank you for keeping up on that. How does it sound now? Sounding good? Everything well? It's a very delicate balance of how loud can I get it before it starts peaking, and then they can't hear me at all. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Get all this stone mined out quick. And then we should be good. Water. I'm going to close it off so that I can make it go down to another natural water. So it doesn't do this weird bulge thing that looks unnatural, but where it's like, ah, yes, the water is pouring out of the thing, but miraculously not going any further. Okay. Let me see. One, I want to dig 2 more. And then I want to see if I can make the water feature work going down one side. And if not, then that's fine. I can just keep it to a pool here. But I figured it would be worth it. So we're here. Just trying to experiment. See. Much. Now. Another infinite water source here real fast. So I can do. Honestly, I want to make it look pretty. I've got the shape of it kind of generally, but maybe a more angular to fit in with the thing would look better. Hmm. Let me see how that looks. If I can get it to flow down to it properly. If not, we'll scrap that. But I don't play around with water physics nearly as often as I probably should. I want to try. That. I think actually keep the integrity of the shape mostly. Welcome in, Val. Hope you're doing well today. How does that look? Yeah, there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. Little watering hole going down into a little thing down there. That's cute. Okay. Apologies to those of you who are sitting through ads. I appreciate you. I know they're not here yet. They will be soon. Thank you guys for helping me pay all the yeah, I really like this. I think maybe I kind of need another tree down here by the thing. I'm kind of worried about it getting too close to that one. Maybe like one over here. I think. Just because otherwise it does look a little exposed and weird to have a thing there. But I do like the waterfall bit. I think it looks Get acacia sapling. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It doesn't touch any of the other trees. It's there, and it makes it a little bit less odd for it to be a little waterfall. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now we're gonna have to sleep soon, but I think, generally speaking, we're about done. Maybe one more tree actually here, somewhere right down here. Be a good idea. But I've already got 3 over there. It might be 2. But I do have more. Okay, yeah, I'll do one more. Another tree. I love. Okay, we will take a quick sleep while the ads play and get one more tree. Like my little waterfall feature. I think it's fun. Okay. Another tree like right here, I think. So otherwise it just looks a little more apparent over there in comparison. Yeah, I kind of like that. Right. And I don't need any more, just plain sand. I'm done with plain sand. So now, let's get some furnaces. Oh yeah, I do not have that kind of iron right now, unfortunately. We'll just do a whole bunch of them right here, lining for this project. I know that's enough for a full stack. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Thank you for sticking through them. I appreciate you. I can do oak logs. Or I know it's more cost efficient to do planks, so I will do planks. Okay. Now, let's make some sandstone. Whole bunch. Yeah, cut sandstone is going to be what I do a lot of for the walls. But I need to also look up. I forget how to make. Hold on. Give me just a moment. So it'll be faster if I do it like this. Okay, so I'm going to have to go on a clay. I just wanted to make sure before I turned all of this into. To be fair, I could do concrete instead, actually. Sand, gravel. I feel like concrete might actually be the move. The colors are brighter. Yeah, that's gonna be. So I am gonna need to save some sand. But I'm gonna need so much of this that I'll probably just start it smelting and go get more sand. I think this is going to be the. Ooh, congratulations, Alora! You're almost to the rhubarb pastry. But yeah, let's get this on. Sandstone. I don't know why I thought I needed to smelt any of it. I can just craft more. But yeah. Okay. I don't think I need a boat to get to where I'm going. I'm gonna need my bed. Give me just a moment to pull up my coordinates for that location. Okay. 3. So it's that way. Gotta go east and then a little bit. I think it's. Yeah, I've gotta go southeast. Okay. Okay. We move. Go gather more sand. Oh, congratulations on that 20 stream streak, by the way, Val. Sorry that I missed that. I also need crowd, so it's gonna be quick pockets of it that I find along the way. Ooh, good luck, Alora. Yeah, I hope it tastes. You are braver than I am. Just be like, all right, this works together. Let's try it out. You're definitely gonna have to let us know how it ends up tasting. Excited. Yeah, I imagine it's one of those. It's like, oh, all that time and effort, and then it doesn't turn out well. So here's hoping it really, really does. Or if it's something that needs to be adjusted, it's an easy adjustment. It's a bit hard to do after the fact. Like something that you're like, all right, that's actually really good. Just needs to be a little sweeter next time, or something along those lines. Yeah, you definitely do make a lot of homemade puff pastry, which is really cool. It's like baking, especially, is a whole different piece. That is way. I can fare for myself well enough, like cooking. It's mostly Moth that makes stuff that's Moth enjoys. But baking, oh, the precision required. It's like, oh no. I mean, hey, if it tasted good before it even got baked, that's a good sign. Yeah, exactly. I feel I like baking really is one of those things, like the precision of it is scary, but sometimes even if the texture is off or you just don't do it quite right, it doesn't mean it tastes bad. It's a lesson learned. It's okay. Gather all this gravel. I got very sidetracked there, but it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. It might just be a yummy explosion. Nothing wrong with that. That dirt, don't need it. Ooh, that's really cool. It honestly is fascinating the way things react differently depending on, like, even just one little ingredient. It makes such a big difference. Or even, like, the type of oil you use when cooking something. The difference between vegetable oil or castor oil. It's really cool. Exactly. That's how you learn new things. In life, what is life but a journey of learning at all times? Like, who doesn't want to learn new things? That's one of the joys of being alive. It's like I'd be a perpetual college student if it didn't cost so much money, because I just love learning things. I love the university setting also. And hey, I can't see anything about where you learned it from, Luffy. Most of what it's like, there's a lot to be learned from shows like that. Shows, articles. There's a lot to be learned in general. There's so many different ways to learn things. It's really cool. The amount of knowledge I've gleaned from video games, funny reality TV shows, even sometimes, depending on what it's based around. Ooh, yeah. I love lemons for the acidity and things. Like, for example, I'm not a huge fan of just plain blueberry pie because it's too sweet for me, and berries in general are kind of mushy and yeah. But blueberry and lemon, that added acidity does so much. It's genuinely baffling. I love a lemon blueberry pie. And y'all are making me want the apple pie that we have even more. That's how it is. There were worse problems to have. After stream, there was still an apple pie waiting for me. And I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one, Laura. It's like, I feel like I'm living a berry lover's world. It's like a... I don't know what it is. There's just... One, it's definitely partially the autistic thing. Because berries are so inconsistent in both texture and flavor, and it drives me crazy because you'll never know what it is. And it's like, no thank you. I'll just hard pass the whole concept, actually, I think. But berries plus lemon are very good. And baked goods specifically. As for why not have a slice of pie now, unfortunately, my office is on the second floor. That would be quite the trek, and also probably upset Cosmo because it would be a whole ordeal. But I do have snacks. I should probably eat some of the M&Ms I have stashed up because I'm like getting a sweet. But oh, ooh. Let me finish grabbing this gravel, and then I will grab it. And that's a reminder, everyone, to take care of yourself, stay hydrated, eat something if you need to eat something. I might just do a full... It's like I wasn't going to gather so much. And oh yeah, cleaning up the stick. Didn't mean to grab so much gravel, but I might end up just going back with a ton of gravel and then going back out for sand. I'm gonna need it for the concrete, but I didn't realize there was so much of it just right here, which is convenient. But no, yeah, Moth and I have actually been cleaning the whole house clean. We were so, like, it felt pointless to do anything for a bit because it's like, we are one, like, you know, one weird backup away from sewage in our sink or something if it doesn't get fixed properly. So we were like, we're just gonna, and then we speed cleaned the house. We got all of our cardboard boxes that have been sitting in the garage. I say garage dubiously. That building is, like, really bad. And I'm going to get it torn down eventually. Because it's a non-functional garage. And that the door doesn't work. And also, it's a separate building that wasn't laid out foundation-wise properly. And so it's, like, bowing inwards. And it's one of those, it's like, I'm going to get rid of that, I think, and replace it with a shed that I can lock and still put all my tools in. Thanks. But yeah, we were cleaning the whole house now that we finally got this. It's like we both took showers and there was no overflow. It was beautiful. We ran the dishwasher again. So everything's going well. We got everything cleaned. It feels nice. Our enclosure, our enrichment time. And that's part of why we also were doing so much yard work today. Moth was out there breaking down the sticks that that fell from the storm that we could. We're gonna have to get something for the thicker branches that fell. Because our hedge clippers just won't cut it with those. But she was getting those all gathered up in, like, contractor bags because trash was picked up today, and that means we can have 2 more bags stashed aside beside our trash can behind our house for when it is time to do that again next week when it's time for them to pick up trash again. We're just trying to slowly but surely get rid of all of the yard gunk with the extra bags that were allowed, because we don't really use a lot of our trash space. Like, our trash can is never really full, but we're allowed a certain amount of, like, we're allowed 2 big bags outside of the thing, so we can use that for yard waste and stuff that we hack down and all that mess. Also, that is so real, Alora. When it's just about time for you to get the thing, that's when it's hardest to wait for it, honestly, I feel. Oh, this is so exciting. It's almost here. And then your brain is like, but now. I want now. Okay, all of the riverside gravel is crazy. And honestly, that's fair, Laura. Especially with, like, sweets and stuff. It's like, if you don't make yourself clean up the mess that you've made before you eat, like, a big meal or, like, sweets that have a lot of stuff everywhere, it's like, Oh, well, I'm gonna feel too full to do it afterwards. I say I'll do it afterwards, and then you won't. You won't. Better to just do it now. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, the cleaning simply will not get done. You understand? Let me open these M&Ms. Sorry if you guys hear that. It's kind of close to my microphone. That is the best place for me to put it. It's getting too deep to bother with it. And then go. Okay. Get rid of more flint. Get rid of that dirt. Okay, so I basically just have to keep running this way now. Until I hit like 1,300 about. Not very far at all. Just far enough to be a little bit of a trip. No need for me to gather sand here because I can get sandstone and sand over there. I'm just stopping to grab gravel if I see it. Right yet. But yeah, I'll sleep and then gather that gravel down there. It's like I won't need as much gravel as I will sand, not even by a long shot. So I'll probably stop gathering gravel after this bit. I just need some concrete. Sorry about that, guys. I have a pattern plan that I need concrete for. Mm-hmm. Substantially easier for me to get gravel than sand in quantity. So, pick this stuff up, and then we just book it straight to the sand. Like it. Okay. Just straight southward. tea. Anything for the Camel Sanctuary we journey. Okay. The movement. Go. There it is. You can see it already. That sand. Just so much sand. Also, can I just say, I know it's not related to the Camel Sanctuary, but oh boy, am I excited for the cushions. I am so excited that we're finally getting cushions, like in the base game. It's gonna be there. I wish they weren't entities so that they were easier to use for builds without lagging stuff, but they're very, very pretty. As long as you're not crazy with it, you should be okay anyway. Oh, that's so exciting, Alora. I'm glad it turned out well. The puff pastry is good. It is time to put it in. The best. The compote. But yeah, there's this is so funny. Like there's a whole village over there with more sand. Like this whole area is just so sandy. Okay, let's get this little bit of gravel. So much cheer. I will get it to the point that this is back and then leave it. If I could get that much. Ooh, that's so exciting, actually, Laura. Enjoy that. Let us know how it is. That's ooh. Honestly, I don't know that I've ever had rhubarb. I need to try it. Okay. No more gravel. Yes. Enjoy it, Laura. More sand. Going to need another iron pickaxe. And I don't have enough iron to make one for the but I can just make a shovel out of cobblestone. And I can condense this all down by actually crafting the smooth sandstone that I'm going to need so that I carry more. Maximum efficiency sandstone run. But no, yeah, with the Camel Sanctuary, I have an idea that I'm very excited to execute, specifically involving the whole reason I decided to get sandstone instead of doing the fence like around it like I planned to initially. I'm gonna make it like full zoo exhibit type vibe, and that I'm gonna have like murals around the outside of it, I think, of like little pink flowers, some vines, which is what I need the concrete powder for, and have it all overlaid on a smooth sandstone wall. I think it's going to be really, really cute. And I just have to build like observation areas to it. I'm gonna need a lot of glass too. But I'm trying to get the walls before I worry about the roof. Get through this little pile and make it back up. And it takes so much sandstone, like sand and sandstone, to make cut sandstone. Like, it's worth it. It's so pretty. I love it very much. The smooth texture is going to look way better. But that's why I was like, well, I might as well just make it when I'm out here, I think, gathering more sand and stuff. It's going to make life a lot easier to just prep it out here. Now that I'm to the point where I'm building walls. Hold on. Need to make another shovel. I don't have the sticks to make another shovel. That's a hilarious problem to have. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Alora. Yeah, love music. And it's a very fun vibe for while we're doing stuff like this too. Also, I love Hansu so much. I've been listening to, if I'm not actively working on a fan fiction that I'm, like a solo leveling fanfic that I'm working on right now, and therefore listening to the playlist linked to it, I'm listening to music stuff. Haunt You especially, because that song is so good. I've been like listening to it on repeat so much. Another stone shovel. Congratulations, Alora. Definitely let us know how it tastes. Yeah, exactly. You get it. It's like it's always on. To the point when I was asked earlier, it's like, what other favorite, like, what's your top artist? It's like music, and then so I mean, I'm like, Crane Wives, Rabbitology, Sparkbird. I have been working on a playlist for Lottie for a specific project that we've been working on, which I would like to get started soon. Hopefully. Moth and I have got to work on like world building stuff for the world. We are working on that. we would have liked to have started it a lot sooner, but alas, house stuff has kind of like from the old problem of the guy not doing the doors and just leaving us not even being able to stream to now all of the plumbing stuff. It's like, oh, we're gonna work on it. We just haven't been able to. It's been so crazy. I'm very excited too, though. Got a lot. Like we've been talking about what we want to build. We know what we want to do. We just haven't had the time to actually like get on together and do it. Many such cases. Oh, that's so exciting, Allura. Congratulations. I'm glad that it really turned out well. I figured it would just because you do cook a lot. You post food stuff all the time, and especially pastries. So I know you do well with them. But for the best pastry that you've ever made to be one that you made yourself, no recipe, that you just made from experience, that's an accomplishment. That's really cool. Definitely write that recipe down. That's one to pass down. To share with friends and family. That's really cool. I'm glad for you. That's really fun. Like, that's a huge accomplishment. Seriously. Slowly but surely we make progress on the cut sandstone. Sorry. It's crazy how you'll just have an inventory full of sandstone and sand, and then you go to make it into cut sandstone and it all disappears. It's like, oh, we still have a lot more to go, huh? The good thing is that as far as the cut sandstone goes, it's not gonna be like the wall. That's that part. It's not going to be crazy tall. And I'm gonna be taking some of it back out to make the murals. And yeah, exactly. It's like, it seems like, oh, I have so much. And then you go and it's like, I have barely over 3 stacks of cut sandstone. Are you kidding me? The things we do for builds. But it needs to be smooth sandstone. It'll look funky otherwise. Because it's like, as much as I do like regular sandstone, to have a mural with concrete, the rest of the wall around it also needs to be smooth. Otherwise, it's gonna look real weird. Which is not it. That is not what I'm going for. It's like, maybe I can get away with a bottom layer, but even then, I don't want to make the wall taller than I have to. So it's probably better to just do smooth. Like the cut sandstone all the way around. So I don't have to make an even longer thing. Then that's a whole extra layer of cut that I have to do. World Eater is just devouring all this sand. It's really funny to me. The sheer amount of sand that I am going through here should be studied, I think. Like, this is such a sandy, like, so much. It's a resource-rich area, but it's all gonna be gone by the time I'm through with this sanctuary. Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye sand. No more. I will say, I'm really happy with how much progress we've made today. Like, genuinely, the fact that we still have a good bit of time, too. That we've got all of, like, the base landscaping done for the sanctuary. It's looking really cute so far. And it's just time to start walling it in a bit. But no, yeah, it's like I might do a little I might do some chiseled sandstone on top of a sandstone thing, just on the edges, like the entrance for me to get in and take care of camels and such. But other than that, just it needs to be the cut sandstone, which is unfortunate, but that is how it. I'm almost out of iron. Then I'm going to have to resort to a stone pickaxe at least while I'm gathering it. I do have more at the base. I just didn't grab more before I left. It was on me, really. I should grab a bit of cobblestone. Yep, just in time. I was like, wait a minute, hold. I need a pickaxe to make another pickaxe. Sandstone. Cut sandstone. Oh, there went all my sand and sandstone again. We're getting there, slowly but surely. That is so fair, Ellie. Welcome back. I definitely give your PC a break. And if your iPad starts giving you problems, might be a time to put it down. Just for your own electronics sake. I don't want you to burn it out. I appreciate you being here. But take care of you, yourself, and your stuff. Also. Get back up to the surface. The absolute destruction that I'm wreaking on this normal beach, it's gonna look like a stone beach by the time I'm done with it. Please, let me sleep. There we go. Also, speaking of, like, critters, not sanctuary type critters, but critters all the same. Can I just say I'm really excited because I should be hearing back from that Pyrenees breeder very soon on litter status, because her, you know, I can't guarantee that I'm getting her this year. It depends on litter size. I am like 6th on the list, and they typically have pretty big litters because they're very big dogs. So it should, unless luck is really against me, be this year. If not, it's gonna be next winter. I'm fine with either, but should be hearing from her soon because the mama should have gone into heat very recently. So it's just a matter of probably within the next week or so, I should hear back. And then I will let you guys know and keep you updated on the information that I have. Like when we know how many puppies are being born and they are born. Because even if we don't end up getting her this year, I think that's still really exciting. And again, the odds of that are pretty low. I would just have to be really unlucky. And I'm genuinely, it's like not even just in the sense of, well, obviously I'm willing to wait for the dog. I'm lucky to even potentially be able to get the same litter that I'm like, oh yes, I found you this year. I got lucky, and maybe this winter I'll get to have a puppy from you. Like, that's lucky that the wait list was down just low enough that I could possibly get in there. But if I do end up having to wait, then it's like, okay, that's fine. That just gives me even more time to recover from all of the house bills, like all of a sudden plumbing costs and stuff, before I also get puppy. So I will not be upset either way. It's either puppy or, hey, you get to save money before puppy next year. Win-win. And then I'd be like top of the list. So I'd know I'd get one the next year. Above all else, like before that point, when the puppies are probably supposed to be right around, I'm supposed to be getting our fence like right around when the puppies are supposed to be born, the projected date. So I'm really excited for that, whether we do get her this year or not, just because I'm excited to be able to put up the dog agility course and everything. Because Cosmo, especially as of recently, has been using the rickety old wooden fences that are like on their last leg and getting removed. Like, we're getting a wood fence, but these are like the farm style, you know, like the 2 bars across. They're not really meant to keep anything in. They're more for looks than anything else. Because stuff can go right under it, stuff can go right through it. Cosmo has been vaulting over those. He's been having a lot of fun just jumping even in between them sometimes. So I'm like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun with the hurdle and the ring jump. Like, you're just gonna have an absolute blast flying through those, little guy. And I'm very excited to see him get to, like, be able to let him do it off leash and run around once we have the fence in. I think he's going to be a very excited little boy. He'll be like, yes. Okay. Let's see. Time to condense again. Hey, we're making progress. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. We're almost to the point where we'll be heading back for too long. But yeah, I think the walls with the cut sandstone, I keep wanting to say chiseled. That's also a block, different block. But the cut sandstone, I think, is going to be 6 tall. That's the plan. And that should give me enough room to do what I want to do with the mural. Oh no, Ellie! Get on that stat! Go, go, go! Good luck with your history essay. I believe in you. You can do it. Especially one with that's worth that much of your grade. You gotta go. Go, go, go. Oh no! Everyone manifest Ellie finding their history book right now. This is dire. Don't make 4 shovels, please. I just need 1 shovel. I really, really hope you have your history book at least in your house somewhere. That's so dire. sand. Sandstone. Hey, we're getting there. We're making some decent progress with this. Yay! I'm glad you found it. Oh, get to work. Gotta go. Good luck, Ellie. I believe in you. You've got this. It's time to lock in like you've never locked in before, Ellie. You've got this, we believe. Man, just watching the sand slowly get decimated is genuinely a little crazy. Watching the sand disappear off the map. The little mini map in the corner, it's like, oh, there it goes. New shovel. Make more sandstone. Make more cut sandstone. Hey, look at that. We're almost there, guys. Oh no, Ellie. Got this. I know it's late where you are, but you can do it, I believe. Last this cut sandstone. Actually, to a certain extent, I'll have to at some point. Yes, I can always drop the sticks. That's what I'll drop if I need to drop something for the bed. I was like, wait a minute. Sticks. getting. And then we can start working on the walls. It's like, I didn't, you know, we're not going to finish it today. I didn't expect to. It's such a big build. But we're getting a lot closer to finishing it today than I expected us to. I thought we were going to spend the whole stream landscaping. We locked it. And I'm manifesting that energy for Ellie. You can lock in. You'll get that essay done. Man, all this exposed coal underneath the sandstone. I'm not even trying to get coal right now, but that's going to be useful for whenever I, you know, come back. I think that's gonna do her for now. Well, not quite. Almost. I got that room for a little bit. I might as well fill up. It's not a long trek, but it's still a journey to get here. I'm so excited for dinner tonight, honestly. It's like we're making breakfast for dinner, as is one of our staples. One of our favorite staples. And I do love, it's like eggs, sausages, oof. Breakfast is good no matter when you eat it. Probably some toast, because we have some bread that we need to use up. We could always do pancakes also. We do have pancake batter if we wanted to go all out for breakfast for dinner. Oh yeah, our typical breakfast for dinner is normally, it's like a bunch of over easy eggs, toast, and then like sausage links as well, usually. Sometimes bacon. We do have bacon, but we didn't thaw it. So no bacon this time. But yeah, exactly. It's very, I always enjoy it. It's very nice. Let me get that piece of cobblestone, make a new shovel. Tuck that away. Man, look at what we've done to this. The gouge in the earth. Oh, that's funny, and it's just gonna get worse. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. There's apple pie that we can have after if we want to. northwest to get back to the base. Apologies to everyone who's caught in the ads. Thank you for sticking through them. I appreciate you. Not gonna miss much, I promise. We're just heading back to base before we can start doing the walls. Let's get up and over the mountain. Only gonna miss my sick parkour skills. Say extremely sarcastically. That's not always the best at jumping. I'm trying to get better at moving stuff. I'm not bad at parkour. I'm just also not good at it. I'm mediocre. No. You've got it. Retrieval mission. Welcome in, Sensei. Hope you're doing well today. You caught us on our way back. Oh no, Ellie, that's awful. Is there any way for you to get under it or something? There has to be some way. A broom. You can drag it out if you get like a something with a long handle. I have to get weird toys out of weird places for my puppies all the time. But yeah, Sensei, you caught us heading back from a quick, let's grab a bunch of sandstone, make it to cut sandstone run. Because we got the landscaping of the, at least the base landscaping of our sanctuary done for the camels. So now we've just got to start building the walls. Ah, I forgot you came out on an ad break. Bad timing there. Welcome in, Sensei. Oh no, Ellie. Time to drag the wardrobe out from under the bed. All things are possible if you are stubborn enough. That is my life motto. Oh no. I didn't realize that your wardrobe was also nailed to the wall. That's my bad. Good luck. I believe in you. Huh, some funky stone mountain. That's a weird going all the way up to Icy Peak straight from Savannah. Feels like a weird blend of biomes. That's kind of cool. Ah, I see. That's so funky. Hello, llamas. So real, my wife and I avoid wall mounting and nailing stuff into the wall with a burning fiery passion. If it is at all possible to not do that, then we do not do it. If it stays up and it's not gonna wiggle if you push on it a little bit, stays. Oh, the picture's sent. Fletch, you can do it. You can find that picture. Or the other way. Gotta get back a little bit more on course, and then I'll just go straight west. Go over that mountain. Yeah, there's no need for that. I will say the moody lighting when it's raining in the overworld in the savannah is really cool. I like it a lot. I wish there was like fog like this generally. Success. Great success. I'm glad you still have it. You can lock in and do this paper, I believe. We're almost back to the base. We're almost back. Wow, that's a hole. That was a very deep hole. Glad I saw that. I almost went straight into a cave. I like that ravine. Ooh. Let me out of here. Back to the village. Man, the Camel Sanctuary is already looking so cool just from like the mini map. Looking at that sand area is really awesome. Man, I am so happy with how it's turning out so far. Caught it right as it turned into a thunderstorm. That's good. Or no, it was night. Just you couldn't tell. It's funky. I would rather have the string than the spider eye. Though I can have both actually. I can just okay. Let me put all the gravel in. I'm gonna have to get more sand to make concrete, but I know it's gonna take a lot of cut sandstone to make the walls. So it's just like, all right, let's gather a bunch. First, I think I want to set out a this area. Actually, no. I'll decide the entrance after. I'm just gonna get the wall up first. 2, 3, 4. It's too tall. I need to go 2 at a time. Probably get dirt. I'm gonna need to fill in some gaps. So cool. This tree needs to go. It's very in the way. I just noticed that before. I'm gonna have to do some terraforming around this too to clear it off so I can actually do the and I can do the murals from the inside too. But I would want it to be visible all the same and make a a visibility area over there. But that is for after we get the basic structure done. Go. I do love that today is the first day in forever that we've had like weather that isn't either miserably hot or actively storming. And so I was it's like earlier I went and mowed the lawn because I was like, I can finally mow the lawn and keep it from getting too out of control until we get it all established as a clover lawn properly. And the number of neighbors that I've heard, it's like, yep, today's lawn mowing day. It's supposed to start storming again within the next couple of days too. And it starts getting warm again. It's just like, ugh. It won't be as bad as before. Before was an extreme heat warning. So streams will be perfectly fine. But it is very funny the way that the neighborhood just kind of has, it's like, all right, it's time. I can mow my lawn. Yippee. It's a little funny. Okay, fill that back in. No need for an infinite water source there anymore. I'll do the same when I get down here. I didn't think I was going to have enough dirt to actually get all the way around this wall, but I think I might. Knock on wood. I'm going to be cutting close, but I think I might. Just we're getting back down to the bottom. Yeah, we got enough. Got enough to fill in the infinite water source too. Beautiful. And I'm going to be taking this wall in, to be clear. That's something that's going to move. Because it didn't need to be that far behind the barn. Kind of excessively wide there. Squares. I could honestly just expand the wall to go all the way around, so I can just cherry gate. Here, I don't have cherry wood. I know I have plenty in my chest. That there for now. All you need. Couple. I want to see. So for now, I'm just gonna do that bit. For now, I'll just get gates put in. Keep working on the walls. Just want to make sure I have an entrance as the walls get taller. Ooh, congrats, Ellie! You've got this. First half of the rough draft done already is a big achievement. Bit. I'll just take a start. Pillaring. Oof. It's sad that you can't get more sleep, but considering the panic and the realization of the project, you know, maybe that's not too bad. At least you're still getting some sleep before school. You're still getting the project done. So that's a relief. Do like the big archway there. I might not even kind of like that archway is. I could just have the archway. The part leading up to the archway not be as tall. No, the wall's gonna be a lot taller, so it looks pretty if I left. I'll figure something out. And that's good, at least. Like, I'm glad that it won't hurt your grade too badly, especially with it being worth so much of it. Yeah, cannot blame you for wanting to make sure it's as good as possible. The good thing is meander over there. My last piece of sand to fix that little patch in that bit. Okay. I wonder how close we'll get to being able to do the whole wall tonight. Rather, I wonder if we're gonna have enough. I don't think we will quite. Despite all of that sandstone, I really don't think we're gonna have quite enough to do another 2 there. Like, I know we're gonna get some back, but I'm gonna have to experiment a lot with the design of that on the fly. I'm gonna need more sand for the concrete anyway. So it's one of those, well, I'm just gonna have to get it regardless. But this is really good progress all the same. Very pleased with how much we've gotten done. Yeah. Okay, time to go to bed. Before spawning in there. I've got to get it lit up and everything with copper lanterns. But that's gonna be a thing for next time too, I think. I'm just trying to get as much of this wall done as possible. have an idea of how much resource gathering I'm doing this time. Gate. So we'll start here. This has been really satisfying to watch coming together. Lots of sandstone. Probably the most sandstone I've ever used in a build, I'm gonna be real. It's not a block that I typically use very often. It's for all that it is kind of in my block palette. I like to do a lot of darks and a lot of really lights. How close can I get? How close can I get? We're gonna have enough to make the whole way around. Nope, not quite. Wow, what a bit of progress that was. That's so the fact that this was just not even a completely finished sand square. This bit of dirt. I had to use the pillar. And I'm gonna look at it. I don't remember what my free cam button is. It's been so long. But I'm going to want to look at it. Then next time we're gonna have to do some more resource gathering for this. But we're getting close. Let me see my controls. Keybinds. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, free cam. Look at that, guys. That looks really good so far. Like, yeah, we've still got to get the other part of the wall even over there. But that is looking like a really cool thing so far. And that's not even counting all the flowers that I'm going to do for the mural across the wall. Like pink flowers, vines between with the concrete powder. That's going to look so nice. This is coming along really well, actually. I'm really pleased with this. All right. Let me go pick up some more iron and stuff. Grab my bed. Prep for gathering stuff. Look. I'm gonna need to write entry tomorrow. Grab some iron and then we'll find someone to raid out to. Thank you, Luffy. I'm actually really happy with how this is coming along so far. It's looking really cute. There's still a lot. Like, I'm gonna do the murals on the walls and I'm gonna do glass ceilings with patterns on them. Like, there's still actually a whole lot to do, but I really like how the landscaping, the wall, like, it's turning out. the shape of it I like a lot. I've been trying to experiment with some funkier shapes. Okay. Let's do like another 10 iron in here. Take that flint out. Don't think, yeah. I think we're good. So next time, we're gonna be heading out to get a whole bunch of, excuse you. Ugh. That's my composter, sir. Whatever. Anyway. I'm going to go over back there just for next time in case anyone who shows up who wasn't here today so I can show them before we go. But thank you all so much for being over here. This has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys hanging around with me while we get this build done. I would say probably, I don't want to underestimate how long it might take to get more of the sand, but we did find a good spot for it. So I'd probably say within another 2 to 3 streams, I hope to be at least very close to done with this. But it's going to be so worth it when it's done. It's going to be really cool. And hey, good luck finishing that paper, Ellie. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go find someone for us to raid out into real quick. One can only hope to be chill to panic right too. Okay, let's see. Let's get the raid messages out for you guys before I find someone. Just to make it easier so everyone can copy and paste. Raid all for those if you don't have subs. Raid sub for those who have all the emojis. And thank you, Alora. I'm glad you had a good time. It's always nice to have you guys here. Really appreciate you. All right, let's raid out. Let's see who's live that I'm following at the moment. You know what? I haven't got the chance to raid into Pi because I normally don't stream late. So let's raid into Pi today. Time for some fishing. Bye, guys. Bye.